Hello and welcome back to Strasbourg, France. We're here for the FIBA Women's EuroBasket Game Day 3 Group C action up now. Turkey taking on Belgium. Shona Thorburn alongside former Czech international Teresa Bruntlebud. And there you see it, the Belgian fans, the Turkish fans. Fans are finally allowed back in the stands, and how great have they been? Disappointing first game loss for Belgium, I'm sure. There you saw earlier today, Bosnia loses to Slovenia 81-91. What a game that was. Group C standings, Slovenia 2-1, Bosnia 2-1, Belgium 1-1, and Turkey still looking for their first win, 0-2. First up, we're gonna take a look at this Belgium team that when they are playing Belgium-style basketball, which we saw in the last game over Slovenia, they won 92-57. Boy, is it pretty basketball to watch. Mestag, Kim Mestag there, Antonio Dallaire. Let's not forget Emma Messman. Linskins with a big game for them. How about Hannah Mestag, number 22 for them in their last game against Slovenia. She just went off. We had the Massey twins making their appearance on the senior team. And then the assist leader for this team, Julie Allemond. Up next, we have Turkey.
Here, play caller for Belgium, Philip Mestag. Gonna send his players today into the game against Turkey. Here they are. Turkey have lost their first two games in the preliminary round of the Women's EuroBasket 2021. And boy, they will try to avoid losing all their games in that round for the first time in a single tournament. So, tough task ahead of them facing the championship favorites Belgium in today's game. Quite no surprise, Çağatay Turgut, great point guard for Turkey. And more, we're gonna talk after this national anthem about both teams.
Up first, the national anthem of Belgium.
L'hymne national de la Belgique.
First, the national anthem of Belgium.
And now, the national anthem of Turkey.
And now, the national anthem of Turkey.
Today's referees for this game are Jasmina Juris from Serbia, Radomir Vojinovic from Montenegro, and Marek Kukuljic from Slovakia. Belgium, again, maybe with that surprise loss in game day 1 here in Group C to Bosnia, 70-55. And their starting 5 today: Kim Mestag, Antonio Dallaire, Emma Messman, Kira Linskens, and Julie Allemond. No surprise here. This woman is the player to watch. Emma Messman won this year with Ekaterinburg, 23.5 points, 6.5 assists, 7.5 rebounds. She's second in shooting percentage. Coach Philip Mestag, he knows what it takes and has really built this Belgium Cats team into a medal contender.
On the other hand, the starting 5 for Turkey in today's game against Belgium. We see Belgic, Çakır Turgut, Gulcan, Çalar Oktan, who had great game, and Juanitra Hollingsworth. Captain Çalar Oktan had a great game yesterday, but who we're gonna talk about is Melis Gulcan. Here she is, playing in Turkish top division, 17 points, 14 rebounds. Only the second player to have 16 plus and 12 plus rebounds off the bench in EuroBasket since 1995. Just for your interest, the second player has been Juanitra Hollingsworth, having it versus Serbia in 2015. Here, a play caller of this Turkish team, Yıldız Olu Ceyhun. He's been here, he has led Turkish team in 2011 to that women's EuroBasket final. And
35 assists, ladies and gentlemen, from this Belgium Cats team in their last game against Slovenia. That is a EuroBasket high since 1995.
So let's go like this, okay? We put Collingwood as second one, like that. Okay?
Coach Mestag giving some last-minute information to his team. Same with Coach Yıldız Olu from Turkey before this game is about to tip off.
yeah, Turkey never lost all of their games in the group phase, as we already mentioned, of the EuroBasket. And also, this will be the second women's EuroBasket game between Turkey and Belgium after the Belgium win 85-63 in the second round in 2007. So I think for Coach Yıldız Olu, tough task ahead of him to facing Belgium, who has played incredibly well against Slovenia. And it will be interesting to see incredibly well against Slovenia. And it will be interesting to see the game plan, let's say, of Coach Yıldız Olu against these championships favorites from Belgium. Here we see Çakır Turgut, who has had 6 assists in that game 2 against Bosnia and Herzegovina, when Turkey have been down by 10 by the end of the game. Definitely a key point guard, but is able, Turkish team, to challenge this exciting game of Belgium in today's game. Hard task ahead of them.
Definitely a hard task, but the situation that they're in, they have absolutely nothing to lose. So why not go out, give it your all, and see what happens? This is the beauty of sport. You never know what could happen. A big upset could be in store for us here today. Welcome back to the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Turkey taking on Belgium this afternoon in Group C action, and Turkey, win the jump ball. Shakar Turgut finds Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth, little two-point jump shot, and it's good. What a great start for Turkey.
Yeah, it's really important. Kvanitra Hollingsworth gets into the game early, and she will have a long game ahead of her because I'm sure Coach Yildizel is going to keep her there as much as he can.
Out to Linskens. Linskens layup's a little too hard. Turkey running. Bilgic to Hollingsworth. Nice help defense, though, by Messman. And Mestag, Kim Mestag, almost comes up with the ball. Bilgic, her three-point shot is off. Mestag. No one guarding Linskin, so she says, I can shoot from there, but it's just off.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a great idea from Turkish team to leave her alone in that mid-range shot because she has been great. She's been shooting 66% from that distance so far this championship.
Hollingsworth again. She takes her time. Nice tip out by Linskins, but ball back to Bilgic. Shot clock winding down. She has to shoot it. Messman to Mestag. Great cut by Delaire, but Hollingsworth there for a big-time block.
Yeah, we've seen Gurcan starting this game today after that amazing performance on the game 2 against Bosnia. What I think Team Belgium has to bring into this game today is we know they had great game against Slovenia, but they also has gave up 18 offensive rebounds for the other team, and I'm sure Coach Mesdak has spoken about it for today's game.
Adamant with the steal, and then she's fouled by Shakar Turgut. Yeah, I like that Coach Yildizulo is giving a chance to number 5, Melis Gurcan, after that great game against Bosnia. Linskins, her two-point jump shot is good. Like you said, you can't really leave her open for a deep 2. Not really a three-point shooter, but she can shoot that long two-pointer. Bilgic looking for Hollingsworth. She just throws it up, but Mestag is able to come from the help side, and the ball is out of bounds to Turkey.
Excellent.
Great movement, great play on the out of bounds by Olcay Shakar Turgut to get 2 points. Linskins down low to Delaire. Boy, this team knows how to share the ball and pass the ball. And they give up their own shots to find a better shot. So unselfish. No surprise, they now have the records for assists in a women's EuroBasket.
Yeah, we knew coming into this championship that Belgium's going to be one of the teams so excited to watch because they do really play unselfish, as you mentioned. This is great 2 points from Bilgic. It's a great response from this point guard of Turkey. She has done an excellent job as well yesterday. Only 5 points, but I think the presence controlling the rhythm of the game for Turkey is quite good.
And the ball is going to go off the foot, I believe, of Linskens, the leg. So a turnover there from Belgium. And ball back to Turkey. Hollingsworth, she goes inside, and an easy 2 points for her.
Yeah, she has been obviously on Linskens, but she has let her go to the middle, where she was relying a little bit on that help, but hasn't happened. Now traveling from Julie Allman, who has had 11 assists in game 2 against Slovenia. Big contribution to that record, as we already mentioned earlier. One of the best point guards in the game so far.
Turnover. Belgium running. Kim Mestag takes her time. Linskens going one-on-one against Hollingsworth. She follows her shot, though.
Ooh.
Gets her rebound and scores.
That's a hustle rewarded by 2 points for Linskens going for that following shot.
Hollingsworth, nice pick and roll. It's a no call, but they're gonna get the ball back with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Julie Allman checking out pretty early here in this game, and we see Van Loo come into the game, number 35 for Belgium.
Yeah, Julie Allman, 2 turnovers already within the first 5 minutes. I'm sure Coach Mackstock is not happy with it. And she might need a couple minutes rest.
Tough shot, and it's good. And now Turkey up 4 with just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Mestag for 3. She almost banked it in. Shakar Turgut, nowhere to go. Shalar Octon going one-on-one against Dallaire, sees the mismatch opportunity. Hollingsworth almost with the offensive rebound over Linskens. No one boxed her out. She is definitely a player you need to box out. This is a woman back at the last 2019 FIBA Women's EuroBasket. I believe she had 17 rebounds in one game.
Yeah, absolutely, averaging 18 and 8.5, and out of that number is 4 offensive. So absolutely, Shona, you're right. Defense has to box her out.
So some substitutions here for Belgium. We see Hannah Mestag checking in alongside Billy Massey. Massey comes up with her first rebound. This is her first FIBA Women's EuroBasket. So a good job there by the younger generations of Belgian basketball, making their appearances on the senior team. Dallaire lets it fly, and it's good for 3. Shakar Turgut. Shalar Octon. Shot was a little flat. So Shalar Octon there, number 9, taking a foul. It's her first foul. Team second. Emma Messman to Van Loo. Her shot's off, but Dallaire is able to run down the offensive rebound. Van Loo to Dallaire, Dallaire to Massey. Massey shoots, it's off, but Messman with the offensive rebound. So 2 offensive rebounds in a row for Belgium. Finds Hannah Mestag, the hot hand the other night, and her shot's off.
Yeah, obviously 3-point shots is not the strength of Belgium this championship, and boy, we want them to find that shot. But you know what? They gotta adjust to it.
Belgium running. Hannah Mestag missed the first one, but her second one's good. She heard you.
Yeah, she heard me. And you know what? It's so much easier to play offensively when you find your long distance shots as well, because defense has to get out of that paint.
Yeah, they are only averaging 4.5 3-pointers made per game, and they're shooting 22.5 in the first 2 games. So 20%, I agree with you, that's not a great shooting percentage from 3, especially for a team who historically has been known to be able to knock down quite a few 3-pointers. You have great shooters like the Mestag sisters, Dallaire very much capable, Julie Alamont capable of knocking down 3s. So a little uncharacteristic, their 3-point shooting percentage so far early in this tournament.
Beraber oynarsanız maçı oynarsınız. Buraya gelir misin? Buraya gelir misin? Beraber oynarsak oluyor. Ayrı oynarsak olmuyor. Maçın başına beraber başladınız. Şu oyunu beraber oynayın. Beraber oynayın. Kartlar. Gereksiz bir şeylere izin vermeyin. Eğer 3-2 yaparlarsa Ears oynayın. Ears da Tuğçe buraya geliyor ya. Şurada şutör geliyor buraya. Q rol yaparsa Q'ya ya da buraya şutöre kaçırmayın bunu. Tamam mı?
So timeout was called by Turkey. You heard the players. Haydi, haydi. Let's go, let's go. Belgium with a 2-point lead over Turkey with 2:27 left in the first quarter. Kim Mestag back in the game. Little handoff action with Massey. Massey has a mismatch underneath, but Mestag has to put up a 3 because the shot clock was winding down.
That's a great defensive possession from Turkey, really pushing Belgian players to stay on that half of the half court.
So Belgium now into a zone defense. Nice cut by Hollingsworth to open Shakar Turgut. And that was all created by Hollingsworth. And Shakar Turgut is the beneficiary for a wide open 3, and she makes it count. Van Loo to Massey, back to Van Loo. Her 3-point shot is off. Bilgic with the rebound, and she's pushing it. Tough shot. But Bilgic comes up with the offensive rebound.
When you play zone defense, you really even twice more have to focus on the rebound, because obviously you don't guard person by person, so you gotta find the closest one and box them out, because again, this has been a second possession for Turkey, and obviously this time successful.
A good job there by Bilgic to realize the mismatch. Goes with a little jump shot over Linskens. Mestag for 3. Her sister Hannah Mestag comes up with the offensive rebound though. Linskens thought about it and then said,
we say if you don't know what to do with the ball, just shoot it. And literally Linskens need to start to look for her shot, because she has been exceptional from that distance. So I know they would like to share the ball, but in that case, I think you gotta take the responsibility on first as well.
Yeah, and Hollingsworth with a tough shot. Hollingsworth isn't guarding Linskens. They're letting her shoot, so I agree with you, Teresa. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Mestag fumbles it, gets it back, puts up the shot, and it's good. She looks at the ref like, hey, maybe a foul, something? So, after 10 minutes, Turkey 15, Belgium 16.
You are playing 1-on-1. Go for a moment, but you are playing 1-on-1.
Turn more into the ball, all right? Okay, so let's go in.
Numbers 50% from the field for Turkey, 56 for Belgium. Quite low percentage from threes from both sides. None of them has been on a foul line shot, which is quite surprising not to have one shot from that distance. That tells you that either of the team is not too aggressive into the rim to try to draw some fouls and get the opponents into foul troubles, or at least get them into the bonus to get some calm 2 shots.
Yeah, no fouls committed by Belgium, not a single foul. Only 3 fouls against Turkey. So Belgium, maybe Turkey's not being aggressive, but maybe Belgium also aren't being as aggressive as they could be on defense as well, right?
Absolutely. I don't think that's too positive stat not to commit any foul in a whole quarter, considering that there's only 1 point difference, because you gotta stop sometimes the players by doing that foul and maybe put the pressure a little bit on them defensively. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that higher speed in defense from Belgium this second quarter if they're gonna go to the changing room with a bigger margin on the score.
So Julie Allemond back in. You see Bilgic there, 6 points already. Great start for her, 3 of 5 shooting. Emma Messman back in for Belgium, alongside the Mestag sisters and Billy Massey. Couple substitutions here for Turkey as well. Ural Topis checks into the game. Janetez, number 12 as well. And Fittig, Julie Allemond. Little shot behind the screen there. A long 2 for her.
Belgium back to man-to-man defense.
Fittig.
And first personal foul for Belgium team in today's game. Kim Mestag.
Quick substitution here for Belgium at the start of the second quarter. Antonio Dallaire checks back into the game.
Yeah, and Julie Allemond doesn't like that call, but obviously we've seen her hands reaching in there. But what is positive is to see that they're increasing a little bit of pressure defensively on Turkish team. Obviously try to get that game rhythm on their side.
Captain for this Turkish team, Shakar Turgut, gives it up to Janetez. She gets it back, she drives. Tough shot in the key, but it's good for number 4, Shakar Turgut. Belgium, Billy Massey wide open. No pressure on her whatsoever, but she shuffles her feet, I believe, and it's a turnover for Belgium. So clearly, Teresa, the game plan from Turkey here is to leave the other post player open, so either Linskens or Massey, because they're not even guarding them.
Yeah, I think the all focus comes to Eva Messman. So far, 0 points, 4 rebounds still, but as you just mentioned, they even completed their bigs from the mid-range wide open for the shot. So yes, they definitely wants to fill the space inside. They know that Belgium doesn't shoot well from long distance, so why wouldn't you do that?
Attack the paint.
Yeah, great game plan from Coach Yıldızoğlu.
The screen here on number 12, Janitez. Messman has played just over 9 minutes, hasn't even attempted a shot. She's not the kind of player who's going to force it.
Yeah.
We know that. She's
Absolutely.
too good of a player to force anything. But I think it's strange that maybe they haven't run something for her. Dallaire, great bounce pass, nice finish. Pass was from Linskins. What great movement there. And read, an ability to also make that pass by your big.
Yeah, and that's nothing new, because when you just mentioned Emma Messman, she's not going to force, but she's averaging 6 assists per game. Here again, that was Fittig, I believe. Great penetration, and where are bigs of Belgium? Where is someone to block that shot or cut that line?
Linskins has it in the low block. Nice little post move there. And she's going to go to the line for a possible 3-point play.
You know, I know we see now Linskins, we said not now, when we see Coach Yıldızoğlu giving instruction to Çakır Turgut as their play caller. But Eva Messman, as you mentioned, she's the only player averaging 20+ points, 6+ rebounds, and 6 assists in the Women's EuroBasket 21. So she's not only a point contributor, she's also a great passer. And I think that's what she's been doing in today's game. She's just being patient and waiting for her moment to step, obviously, with her scoring in.
Yeah, Emma Messman obviously won the EuroLeague this year. She's won a WNBA title. She's won multiple EuroLeague.
And that's
there,
the one.
and that's her 2-point basket. Great pass by Dallaire. I mean, what can you say about Emma Messman? What hasn't she accomplished already in her career? And she's still young. You know, we're going to see her around, I'm sure, for many more years. WNBA Finals MVP, WNBA champ, multiple EuroLeague champion.
Yeah, 28 years old.
Yeah, helped Belgium get to the podium back in 2017. Their great run in the 2018 FIBA Women's World Cup. Their 4th place finish. I mean, she's one of my favorite players. And I think there's good reason for that.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen her playing quite mature games so early in her career, considering how young she has been at 2017 Prague, Serbia, 2019 as well in Riga, and then the others. So, you know, like, it's just fun to watch because she doesn't make mistakes, and that's so important, and such great you know, display of the player, young player, not making mistakes. And she's really, as we said, she doesn't force. She's waiting for her moment. She knows it's gonna come. She has the skills, she has the quality, and you know, only 2 points today, but still almost 3/4 of the game to go.
Yeah. She is averaging 23.5, first in this tournament in points per game so far. Shooting 70% from the field. That's just absolutely incredible. But she learned from one of the best in Anne Wouters, who's not with the team right now, coming back from a little bit of an injury. Plan is for her to obviously be there with this Belgian team at this year's Tokyo Olympics, which start at the end of July.
Yeah, Julia Aleman done a great job on that mismatch, not letting the captain Çağlar Oktan to get any close to the rim.
Messman to Alemond. That shot's off. Nice rebound by Yıldızan. Çakır Turgut thought about it. But I was going to say, great backdoor cut by Fittig. Pass was a little behind her. Nice hands by Dallaire. And Belgium come up with the ball. Wide open Dallaire. And her 3-point shot is good. you can't go under that many on-ball screens. Like a first on-ball screen, okay, but then if they repick, it's just the defense is just way too low if they try to go under both, right?
Yes, and she has hit 1-3 already before this one, so you gotta definitely contest that shot, and you can't do it under the screen.
So that shot's good by Hollingsworth. Good recognition here. Nice finish. And the foul is going to go against Linskens. I like the way that Hollingsworth has come out and started this game aggressive compared to maybe the first 2 games in this tournament.
Yeah, I would say that no one's really playing tough physical defense on her in today's game, as she has faced before the day 1 against Slovenians Shante Evans and also against Bosnia and Herzegovina. It wasn't easy for her, and I think as soon as she gets a little space, she wants to play. And you know what? I think the Turkish team needs her today.
Linskens again wide open, but her shot's off. Shakar Turgut is nowhere really to go. She stumbles, but ball recovered by Hollingsworth, and then she's able to come up with a rebound. Bilgic left her feet right, tough pass as soon as you leave your feet. Almond is fouled by Yıldızhan.
Yeah, great run. We see Belgium straight away grabbing the ball and running the floor. They know how important it is to score easy basket, especially when Turkey plays great defensively so far in this game.
Dallaire, wide open, but I think she maybe was intimidated by Hollingsworth coming over there.
Yeah, but great adjustment from Turkish defense, going and following her into the screen.
Shakar Turgut with a difficult pass. It was tipped though, so ball staying with Turkey. Shakar Turgut. Bilgic wide open from 3. Her shot's good. So quick timeout here by Coach Philip Mestag. Wants to talk about what he sees. Turkey within 3 now, 25-28 to Belgium, with just over 5 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Coach Mestag doesn't like that defense, I'm pretty sure. Bilgic, one of the shortest players on the court, 9 points, 3 rebounds, but on 4. So let's listen.
Okay. Let's go once again.
4 steals for Belgium, 3 points so far from fast breaks. And it just tells you that's not a lot for Belgium to only have 3 points out of fast breaks. Credit to obviously Turkish defense going really quickly back to protect their rim in that transition offense.
There you saw the last 3 points before the timeout from Bilgic. She's been good today for them, 9 points already. Hasn't really forced anything.
Yeah, I think she feels that this is actually a great opportunity for her at this championship to show up, that she will be the future prospect for Turkish basketball on that point guard position alongside with Shakar Turgut. And you know what? Yeah, great game for both of them today.
Both of them play in rival teams. Shakar Turgut with Fenerbahce, and Bilgic plays in Galatasaray. She had a good season for Galatasaray this year. Probably out of the majority of the Turkish players, she got quite a bit of playing time for her club team, Galatasaray, in EuroLeague Women. So
yeah, and we know that it has become a slight issue for Turkish national team that the Turkish players doesn't play in the domestic league as many minutes to obviously bring these experiences to this international level.
So that was an offensive foul on Kim Mestag, her second foul, Belgium's fourth. Hollingsworth now taking her time in the low post. She turns it over though. Mestag. Whoa. That was, you see Coach Philip Mestag there asking for an unsportsmanlike. In my opinion, it was not intentional. Yeah. Messman fell down, and Bahar Shalar Oktan was just trying to sprint back on defense, right?
Yeah, sometimes this happens, especially if you're behind the player. The personal foul has been called, and I don't think it has been any intention to, obviously.
Well, the refs are going to take a quick look.
Okay, we have normal foul potential, pushing from the back. Can you put?
This is normal basket play. No.
No. This is not normal and not playing on the ball. We are going with a sportsmanlike for this. Naseman is free throw shooter. Okay, sure. Number 9. Yeah.
9, shooter.
Naseman. Okay. Thank you.
So the refs have decided to go with an unsportsmanlike foul on number 9, Bahar Shalar Oktan. That's a tough call in my opinion, because I don't think her running into Messman by any means was it intentional. Yeah. Messman slowed down in front of her. Her head was kind of down in the play. I think unfortunately her hands were in a motion where it looks like she pushed her. I just think Messman stopped in front of her and she couldn't control her body.
Yeah, I think she even looked to the side on the ball and she didn't really see Messman slowing down. But, you know, she was behind and the decision has been made. Yeah, 2 for Belgium and a plus possession.
Yeah. So Messman, no surprise, knocks down both of them. Messman, back out to Hannah Mestag. Hannah Mestag's shot is good.
Yeah, as a defensive player, you know who is the shooter of the opponent team. And Hannah Mestag has hit 3s in the game too. And Turkish defense, I think, should be a little bit more focused on her when she stands behind that arc.
Hollingsworth misses her little shot. Linskins going one-on-one against Hollingsworth, and she's going to be called for a travel.
Yeah, that's a 5th turnover for Belgium. And I would like to see Linskins to shoot that first shot from that mid-range. I think she has been absolutely great from there. You know, she rather went under the Hollingsworth, obviously long arms, and I think she should definitely be brave enough to take that shot.
Good defense by Van Loo. Hollingsworth comes up with it, and she's able to finish, and that's her second and 1 of the game. And I think that's going to be the second foul on Linskins.
Yeah, she has, Hollingsworth has really hesitated a little bit in the air. She hoarded that the momentum, and obviously great personal action from her to draw foul. And Linskins 2, not the best timing yet, considering we're still in the first half, but that's why Coach Mestag has taken her out of the court to give her some time, obviously.
Hollingsworth misses again her 3-point play opportunity.
both teams.
So number 9, Bahar Shalar Oktan, is called. I actually didn't see what happened. Let's see here. So I don't see a lot of reasons why Bahar Shalar Oktan should be called for a foul there.
Yeah, and considering that's her 3rd personal foul, that's not too positive, let's say, for the Turkish side, but I agree with you. I didn't see anything like really giving the reason to call it, but Emma Messman, 2 points from the foul line.
A little full court pressure here. Back into a zone defense by Belgium. Janitez. Bilgic. Little floater, and it's good. And she already has 11 points today. Bounce pass to Van Loo. What great ball movement. You find the shooter, Hannah Mestag, and that's her 3rd three-pointer of the game.
And you know, that is a highlight, I would say, as well, for a great sharing the ball offense, because everyone has touched the ball. There was a patience in there. Amazing play.
Bilgic hesitates. She didn't need to hesitate. She should have just shot it.
Yeah,
because she has the hot hand for Turkey right now.
Absolutely, 13 points for this point guard of Turkey, Pelin Bilgic.
Massey is wide open. Not a single person on her. It's going to be a long 2 if it goes. It doesn't. It's those hesitation, right? Because obviously they're not guarding Massey from outside. But when you hesitate, you put doubt into your mind.
Yeah.
So I think you have a better chance of missing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure if she should take that shot. I think she should go and create a contact with her defender, possibly to, you know, make a little bit play for other defenders to move.
From Messman, and it's good. Eight-point lead now for Belgium, with just under 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Hollingsworth with the height advantage over Massey. She spins, dumps it off to Janitez. Janitez can't score though, but is able to tip the ball out. And the hot hand, Bilgic, has it for Turkey. Layup attempt there by Gulcan, who had that great game in game day 2 for Turkey. Mestag, you can't leave her open.
And Messman doesn't like the overload, but that's the patience again.
She is one of the most efficient basketball players in the game right now. Messman adds to her total. She now has 7 for Belgium. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Turkey are gonna hold it. And that's gonna be a moving foul on Quanitra Hollingsworth. Ball back to Belgium, 7 seconds left. Coach Philip Mestag is gonna call a timeout, and I'm sure he's gonna want to run a little play here to get a good shot attempt.
Like this, all right? Okay. Julie, you bring in the ball, all right? To the other Julie, all right? I have already Emma. I'm gonna have Anna.
numbers in here. 7 turnovers for Turkey, 5 for Belgium, not bad. Turkey non-steal, 5 for Belgium, and that's a great number. That's a great number because it gives you another possession and possible opportunity to run the floor and overload the defense and score easy 2 points. So it tells me that Belgium has really stepped up that defensive effort in that second quarter, having a 5 steals. Great number. "12 points from Antonia Delaire and 0 turnovers and shooting 5 out of 7 overly on the floor. And you know what? She's shooting 100% from threes.
Yeah, she's either knocking down threes or has good looks with a off-ball movement. Van Loo, her shot's just off. So at half, Belgium with a 10-point lead, 31-41 over Turkey after 20 minutes. That 10-point lead feels comfortable, but if you watch the game, it didn't feel like that big of a lead. Turkey, I think, has done a pretty good job so far. They've taken away fast break opportunities against Belgium.
Yeah, numbers 3 points. I think it worked today. Belgium a little bit better, 36. And you know what? That was Delaire and Hannah Mesdag who has stepped up from that line for Belgium. Hannah Mesdag 60% and Delaire was shooting 100, as we already mentioned. Here we see top scorers Belgage for Turkey. Amazing performance from this point guard, leading his scoring stats of her team, having 12 points for Delaire on the other side. Here we see some highlights, but you know what? I think the difference at the moment is that obviously Belgium is stealing and punishing those turnovers of Turkey and really playing patient game. You know, they're not the best from the threes, but they're not making much mistakes. And I think they play really mature game, as we know, and waiting for their opportunities. But on the other hand, Turkey stepped up really strong into that first quarter. Obviously, here we see Belgium shooting some of her 13 points, and I think it'll be exciting to see the second half if Turkey's gonna maybe increase a little bit of pressure defensively as well for Belgium and still be in the game as long as they can. So everything is open for the second half.
There you saw some highlights from the first half, and now let's check out some highlights from game day 2 at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Get past, telegraph that. Kim Mesdag, difficult pass. Look at this offense at Delaire. This is the kind of basketball we've become accustomed to watching from Belgium over the past few years.
Driving in, and Romanova gets swatted out of bounds by Vermayenka.
Great timing for Vermayenka there.
She will be thinking twice before she drives in there against Vermayenka.
Duche pushing it. She finds Johannes. Johannes goes baseline, little step back. I'm not really sure what more Borakova could have done defensively. All right.
It is a massive task. It's a mountain. Hildebrandt swatted out of bounds by Indoor.
Upstairs, another top play, please. Flop City, get out of here. Well, start of the second quarter here in Strasbourg, France. Belgium taking on Slovenia. What a big-time block by Linskens. Look at that. Oh, that was how far can I hit the ball away.
So Antonio Deleur, the best scorer for Belgium in today's game against Turkey. 12 points, 60% from the field, and 100% from the threes were the percentage. And that comes to the question that she should have get the ball a little bit more in the second half on that range. Here we see a great stop behind the screen from Emma Massman. And we have seen Goljan has gone under the screen. So that's definitely an adjustment Turkish defense needs to make in the second half, because obviously Antonia Deleur is hot, but not only from that range. We've seen her cutting behind the defense. We've seen her obviously going for easy layups after some great assists from her teammates. Now on the other hand, Bilgic. Pelin Bilgic, she has 13 points, 4 rebounds for Turkish side. Here we see some percentage, 75% shooting from the field, 100% from 2. And that comes to the great selection of the positions, because considering how inexperienced and young player Bilgic is, even though she plays at Galatasaray, I think she's not really making mistakes. She's patiently waiting and attacking that middle of the space, mid-range, where she's pulling up the jump shots and no one really contesting that shot. So great individual performance so far for Pelin Bilgic for Turkey.
And a little update from Group A action. Sweden trailing at halftime, 29 to Belarus, 40. Some other news about women's basketball around the world. FIBA AmeriCup. We saw the USA crowned champions. They beat Puerto Rico in the final, and Brazil beat Canada for that third place game. So congratulations to those teams.
Game leaders for Belgium, Deleur, 12 points, Massey, 5 rebounds. Great performance from a young player, and Massman, 3 assists You spoke about Emma Massman, that herself, obviously, she's averaging over 20 points at the moment at 7 for herself, but 3 assists. Again, she's not just a great rebounder, great scorer, but also a great passer. She has averaging 6 assists per game at this championship, and it just tells you this player definitely it's a pleasure to watch, because she's considered as one of the best players, and quite rightfully.
Yeah, one of the leaders, one of the most experienced players on this Belgium Cats team. Obviously, without Anne Waters being here. Anne Waters, I don't know what she has not accomplished in her career. One of the biggest European basketball players. Great to see her finally make an Olympics with her national team. I was talking to Coach Philip Mestag before the tournament started, and he says, without Anne Waters, we wouldn't have Belgian basketball. So that's how important she is and how much she has done for this program, for this country, as far as women's basketball goes.
And it's quite funny fact, but obviously Emma Massman, young player, I'm sure that Anne Waters has been her role model from Belgian basketball, and that exactly is what Coach Mestag has talked about. Anne Waters is literally Belgian basketball. So, but I have to say that has been before. Now Belgian basketball is starting to have another name in there, and that is Emma Massman. Here, Antonia Dallaire, 12 points again, 0 turnovers, great efficiency, shooting 5 out of 7 from the field.
Yeah, they do in Belgium, they do call Emma Massman the chef, the GOAT.
And here, game leaders for Turkey, Belgisch 13 points, Belgisch 4 rebounds, and Çaka Turgut 3 assists. And back to Pelin Belgisch, that's her 3rd edition at EuroBasket Woman, and one of the 3 players averaged double-digit in points during the qualifiers. So that tells you how important her scoring touch is for a Turkish team.
Players coming back to the court now, warming up before the second half.
Here, that's just confirmation of my words. 13 points, 6 out of 8 field goals, and 4 rebounds. You know what, that just tells you, no matter what disadvantage you have, if you're at the right place at the right time, you put heart into it, you still can accomplish. So, great performance during the first half for Pelin Belgic for Turkey.
Philip, leading with double digits for such an important game, it's the first step, but it's not the end.
No, for sure not. It's true. It's not that easy against the Turkish team, because for sure they made their homework really well. They scouted us really well, and they are taking a little bit the strongest points of our team away. That's normal. Right now, okay, we find already a couple solutions, but we still have to do a lot better. With the Turkish team, you're never finished. Most of the time, they are really staying in the team 3 quarters, maybe 32 minutes, but after, okay, it's up to us to kill the game as quick as possible.
Thank you. Have a big one.
So we heard it from Coach Mestag of Belgium. It's important to go out to start this 3rd quarter and try and put this Turkish team away, right, Teresa?
Yeah, Turkish team is the team who has nothing to lose in today's game. So absolutely, as Coach Mestag has mentioned, as sooner as they're gonna kill this team, as better for them, and then it would give Coach Mestag opportunity to give some valuable minutes to his bench as well. So no surprise of the game plan for Belgium for the second half. On the other hand, I'm sure Turkey's gonna fight till the last minute. Let's hear now Coach Yelesolu. What is his game plan for this second half?
Şöyle bir şey oldu mesela. Eline verdi pası. Melis seni kısıp tutuyorsa direkt girebilirsin buraya oynayabiliriz.
Bunlar geldiyse ama gelmeyecek. Devam edelim. Gelmediyse.
Some last minute instructions by Coach Yelesolu. I really think for me, only having 4 players for Turkey's score is a little worrisome, especially at such a high level EuroBasket competition against a good team. You know, you have Bilgic, great the first half, 13 points, Shakar Turgut, 7, Hollingsworth, 9, and Fittig, 2. You need more contribution from more players.
Yeah, and it comes to my question to you, Shona, because Goljan has yesterday had 17 points, 14 rebounds, and she came off the bench. Today she started a game. Don't you think coach should have kept her as an off-bench contributor, because she has obviously, it suited her way more seems like, but definitely she's one of the players she needs to start to contribute the second half.
Welcome back to the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Turkey taking on Belgium. 10-point lead for Belgium at halftime. Shona Thorburn alongside Teresa Bruntlebud bringing you today's action. Turkey almost turned the ball over there with the inbounds pass. They got it back, and then ball went out of bounds. So Belgium here aggressive to start this third quarter. Shakar Turgut, shot clock winding down. Messman touches it. Janitez has to put it up. Her shot is well off. Great defensive start by Belgium. Allemont to Linskins, again, who's wide open.
And again,
she decides to shoot it.
We've seen that moment of hesitation again. You there, you hitting those shots, just take it first.
It's more, you know, the long 2-point shots, kind of feet on the 3-point line. Maybe not quite a great shot, but something like that. She was not far from the basket. So that foul is going to be on Kim Mestag, I believe, and that's going to be her 3rd foul. Good job there, realizing the mismatch by Guljan, who you said you want to see get into the game. And great job, second possession of the third half. So a quick substitution here. Hollingsworth out. She's discussing with coach right now. Güçlü, number 24, Insi Güçlü, checking into the game. So Gülçin takes advantage, and she has her first 2 points of the game. Linskins open again, her shot's off. Bilgic setting up the offense for Turkey. Shakar Turgut inside. Little shot by Güçlü. She misses though. Tough pass. One of those situations where maybe not the person you want bringing the ball up the court in Linskins.
Yeah, always a point guard kind of role to try to get the ball as soon as is possible of the bigs. Oh, great offensive rebound.
Janitez misses the putback opportunity. Both these teams had the day off yesterday. It was a rest day for the tournament. Turkey looking for their first win. Messman with the rebound and putback. First win in this FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2021 edition. Belgium looking for a win, and if they win, they will be first in Group C, because we know earlier today, Slovenia with a win over Bosnia.
So Juliana didn't like that set into the break. Slow down for the Lair, who has been aggressive towards the rim to draw the foul.
So foul on number 5 for Turkey, Milas Gulcan. Messman. Little floater, fadeaway floater. She misses, but Linskin's there for the offensive rebound. Julie Alamond with the in-out crossover, and she finishes at the basket. For 2 more points for her.
That's if someone doesn't know, that's the introduction of one of the best point guards. The speed she penetrates with is incredible.
Turnover by Turkey. And ball goes back to Belgium. Their lead growing here early in this third quarter, which was a point of emphasis for Coach Mestag. So 14-point lead now for Belgium. It is their biggest lead of the game.
Field goals for Turkey, 14 out of 36. Shooting 38%, 5 assists. On the other hand, Belgium has 10 assists and shooting 48%, almost 49 from the field. Difference in here, I think that's a lot, comes to that Belgium really is playing organized game, taking care of the rhythm of the game, finding really the open positions, and doesn't really rush, you know, to their shots. So I think that's why the percentage is higher, obviously, than the Turkish now. Coming out of the timeout, I'm sure Coach Yildizalu wouldn't be too happy with Belgium grabbing a couple offensive rebounds and getting extra possessions.
Alamond, she's open. Her shot just rolls out. Turkey slows it down. They want to run their offense here. Gulcan, height advantage against Dallaire, and that's a good recognition by Turkey. Dallaire almost turns it over. Messman fakes the handoff. She goes all the way, misses, but draws the foul.
Yeah, and that's 4th personal foul for Çalar Oktan. It probably is going to make Coach Yildizalu to react to it very soon. Here we've seen the replay of it. Great aggressivity from Emma Messman to attack her defender, knowing that she was under 3 personal fouls.
WNBA players for Belgium are Emma Messman and Julie Allemond. And they both decided to not go to their WNBA teams at the start of the WNBA season because they wanted to rest and then participate in the training camps with Belgium, get ready for this EuroBasket, but also, and maybe more importantly, to get ready for the Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely. And it tells you exactly that they do first put the team than themselves. And that's exactly how the Belgium plays.
Good job by Janitez getting to the basket there. And she has her first 2 points of the game. Linskens again left wide open. She misses.
Shakir so good. We haven't seen her penetrate quite a long time. Be aggressive towards the rim.
Hollingsworth. She misses. But good recognitions of one-on-one coverage against Linskens, and she draws a foul. And that's Linskens' third personal foul.
Linskens stays on the court, and Coach Mesdag giving some time off to his superstar of Belgium team, Emma Messman. So far, she's been playing 23 minutes out of 27, so not much rest she has got. So great call from Coach Mesdag.
And with that, we're back to a 10-point lead. 39-49 with just under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Allemond. Bilgic falls. Allemond turns the ball over though. And now Bilgic, she's running. She has Gulchin who goes hard to the basket. And Turkey now has cut the lead even more. Timeout here by Coach Philip Mesdag of Belgium.
Tomorrow we will play an up-tempo game, but maybe you're on the train to Belgium. Now we have to do it. We have 40 minutes and a half to go. Come on, guys. Set play. We go 42.
5 steals for Belgium. We've seen those steals during the first half, so no steal in the second half so far. 3 fast break points, still the same for Belgium. I'm sure Coach Mesdag would like them to get defensively on a little bit, because on the other side we spoke about Gorjan, that she needs to be one of the players of Turkey stepping up, and as we see now on the screen, she has scored 6 points during this 5.5 minutes in the third quarter. So definitely it's spreading a little bit of pressure off Juanita Hollingsworth, who could afford to be a little bit more quiet now, but here the confirmation, Melis Gorjan, 6 points, shooting 33% from the field, 3 rebounds.
Well, you heard Coach Philip Mesdag in the timeout. Says, okay, we don't have to play an up-tempo game, but if we lose, we're on a train back to Belgium tomorrow. Trying to motivate his team. Linskens, her shot's off. I think Shakar Turgut and Hollingsworth tripped up each other. Both slow to get up. So Turkey has to slow it down and wait for their players to arrive. Gulchin. Hot hand for Turkey in the second half. Tough pass into Hollingsworth. An easy steal for Linskens. Hannah Mesdag, she had the hot hand in the first half. 3 3-pointers made. Dallaire, her shot's blocked, I think, by Shakar Turgut. And now, Bilgic misses. Dallaire hustles back. Good job by Billy Massey to get back and try and contest that shot by Bilgic, because I thought she almost had a wide open fast break layup.
Yeah, it was great as well. Great return from Antonia Delaire to go and help Massey to try to grab that rebound. But unfortunately, this time, baseline possession for Turkey.
Shakar Turgut. Hesitation. She gets to the basket. Good recovery by Julie Alamont. And a shot clock violation. So a great, if you think about it, a great defensive possession. You had what we thought was going to be a fast break opportunity for Bilgic and Turkey. Billy Massey running back. Antonia Delaire able to come back and not allow the offensive rebound. And then a great team defensive possession to force a 24-second turnover.
Yeah, and that has been a 10th turnover for Turkey in this game. Now, Kocan, personal foul on Kim Mesdag trying to deflect that ball. No, it has been Pardon Janetes. We've just seen it.
So 8-point lead. Julie Alamont, Billy Massey, her shot's off, but Emma Messman is there. Nope. Bilgic, good fight for the rebound. And can they cut into this lead? It's an 8-point lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Looking for Gulchin. 6 points so far in this second half. She has an advantage over Mesdag. Kicks it out to Janetes. Janetes shots off. A fight for the rebound, and Kim Mesdag comes up with it.
I don't think either side at the moment, the ball ended in the right hands for the last seconds of the offenses.
Nice pass, Julie Alamont into Billy Massey. She doesn't go up. Oh, what a pass, Billy Massey to Julie Alamont, but she can't convert. Mismatch. Billy Massey trying to guard Bilgic. Nowhere to go, no movement. Everyone's standing around for Turkey on that possession.
Yeah, I think Bilgic tried to call for that mismatch because obviously Billy Massey was guarding her, but she could have been brave and just attack her. Obviously her quickness would have definitely beat Billy Massey's feet.
Mesdag, pretty good defense there by Turkey. Neither team scoring easily.
Oh, what a catch.
Except for this layup by Turkey. What a pass from, I believe it was Shakar Turgut, to a running Milas Gulchin, who's come out and had 8 points here in this third quarter. Alamont finds Mesdag. Mesdag drives. Again, Billy Massey, and her shot finally goes in. I think her foot was just touching the line, so it was a long two-pointer.
That's first 3 points for Billy Massey for Belgium.
Hollingsworth, 8-second shot clock differential. Spin move, baseline, she's got it.
This was experience again, unexperienced. Juanita Hollingsworth playing Billy Massey. Ooh.
Alamont fouled by Shakar Turgut. Great foul there, 4.5 seconds left. They had a foul to give, so smart play by the captain, Olcay Shakar Turgut of Turkey. Fittik checking in now, as well as Uzan. 4 seconds. Shots up. And her shot's off. So a good job by Turkey to cut into the lead a little bit here. Turkey 45, Belgium 51, 10 seconds left. to play. And you heard it in the last time out. Philip Mestag said, if we don't win, we're on a train back to Belgium.
Why you have your head here, guys?
We see 47% from both teams for 2 points, 29 from Turkey, 31 3 points for Belgium. Belgium having 25 rebounds total and Turkey 27. Turkish team has 11 turnovers to 7 of the Belgians, and that's 4 difference. It is a pretty good game to watch. I think what a performance from Turkey as well defensively, obviously to stop those quick breaks. For Belgium here, we've seen some penetration from Julie Alman and easy 2 points. You know, it's just 6 points difference, and we have still 1 whole quarter ahead of us. Here, some great contribution from Melis Gulcan, who has been excellent in that game 2 against Bosnia and Herzegovina, scoring 17 points, 14 rebounds. Today, she's on 8 points and 3 rebounds, but we have to say that all happened in the 3rd quarter, and that's exactly what we've been calling for during the halftime, because we needed someone else to step up alongside with Çakır Turgut and Kvanitra Hollingsworth, and now it will be interesting to see if Turkey's gonna keep up that aggressive defense and how Belgium's gonna deal with it. So good 10 minutes ahead of us here. Antonia Dallaire, another great contribution. 12 points for this ring for Belgium.
Well, 10 minutes left here. Group C action, Turkey against Belgium. Fitzik putting lots of pressure on Van Loo here. Messman finds the hot hand. Hannah Mestag, she misses, but Messman there for the offensive rebound. Van Loo hesitates, find a wide open Messman, and Messman does not miss a shot like that.
And again, it's been great court division, because even Julie Van Loo had her shot, but she still shared the ball for Emma Maisman, who has scored her 13th point.
Janitez, she shoots the 3, and it's good. Good job by Janitez, and that's what we talked about at halftime. Said no way Turkey can win with only 4 players scoring. Now they have 6 people scoring. Janitez and Gulcan really doing a good job here in the second half.
Absolutely. Coach Mestag as well mentioned during that interview how important it's gonna be, obviously, finish this game early to try to get a lead. Oh, that's...
And Billy Massey, again, toe on the line by millimeters.
Yeah.
But she knocks down the long 2, and so she has 4 points here in the second half.
Yeah, and Turkey is not the nation who's gonna give up until we're gonna hear the last buzzer.
Gulcan, mismatch. Her shot is good. Mestag to Messman. Messman misses. Hollingsworth.
Great hands.
Almost turns it over.
You could see that Kim Mestag didn't really care about Fitzik on the 3-point line. She just turned and doubled Kvanitra Hollingsworth.
So 5-point lead, 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Çakır Turgut for 3, and now it's only a 2-point lead. Again, remember, if Belgium loses, they're going home. Dallaire, little floater. She was fouled, I believe, by number 5, Gulcan. That's going to be her second foul, team's first. Çakır Turgut, 10 points. She's the one who made that 3 a possession ago. Look at it right here. Great shot. Great leadership by your captain, Dallaire. She makes the first.
It's good to see Dallaire again being active because she has been quite quiet the third quarter, scoring 12 in the first half. And obviously Belgium scored only 10 points in that third quarter. And her points will be really important in this fourth quarter to the game.
One possession game. Janitez inside to Hollingsworth. Massey does all she can. It's pretty good, but Janitez there for the offensive rebound. And an offensive foul, I believe, is called on number 12 of Turkey, Janitez. Here, Billy Massey, good fight. Good job trying to stay straight up. Yeah, so she kind of swung her elbow. Not sure if she made contact. Emma Messman thinks she made contact.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I would like to mention is really that good defense of Billy Massey, considering that she's a debutant and she just was really fighting for the position with Juanita Hollingsworth, and great defensive possession.
Messman back to Van Loo. She shoots. Not sure that was the kind of offense and shot Belgium wants.
Yeah, and you know, I think we're a bit spoiled because we
expect so much from them.
Absolutely, we always expect them to share the ball, and once they're done, it's just so obvious.
Van Loo to Mestag. Mestag's not able to go up, but Janitez fouls.
And I'm not sure if the officials won't go and have a look. That was quite tough.
Good hands by Mestag to force the turnover. I think if Mestag hadn't been able to caught that, she wouldn't be able to go straight up.
Yeah, look at that foul. Not sure if that was the intention to play the ball, but we're not gonna see any more discussion about it. So baseline possession for Belgium. And you know what we already mentioned before, because Kim Mestag so far, her personally, shooting-wise, it's not ideal tournament for her. But her presence and contribution defensively for the team of Belgium is incredible.
Messman. Massey. This one's a three, but it's a little short. Turkey now again with a chance to tie or cut into the lead. Janitez finds Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth hesitates, shot clock winding down. I thought they were gonna call a travel, but I guess there was a foul before the travel. It's only the first team foul. It's gonna be first foul against Billy Massey. Massey's going out and Linskins is checking back in. Good defense by Billy Massey here.
I think generally her contribution has been quite good, giving Linskins some minutes on the bench, because she has hit those two long shots, and together with that great defensive possessions, great contribution.
Bilgic, she's been quiet this half. Fittig. Yıldizan, her shot's off, but great hustle for the offensive rebound. Bilgic is the one who comes up with it. She's open. It's off. I believe it's gonna be a rebounding defensive foul on Antonia Dallaire, number 6 of Belgium. That missed by Bilgic. She could have tied it.
Yeah, that has been a 10th offensive rebound. Here we've seen that foul, and Antonia Dallaire was really fighting to box Juanita Hollingsworth out, but obviously this has been by using a personal foul.
Hollingsworth. Bilgic, her shot attempt is off. Belgium now, they're gonna wanna slow it down, run the offense. Almond, Linskins finds Mestag. Mestag shoots it. Mestag shot is good! That's a big-time player. Zero hesitation. That's a shooter. Like you said right before, she hasn't had the best shooting tournament so far. But what a big three-point shot by the captain, Kim Mestag.
When you need the most, the leaders usually steps up. And to extend the lead by 6 points, 5.5 minutes still. So important moment for Belgium, and we know once they hit a long shot, they get a little bit on the top of the course, especially after this tough shooting from that side. So, yeah, timeout for Coach Yoda Zulu. He knows how important it is to stop this kind of, you know, on the top of a horse momentum. So, wow, big three, first out of 4 for Kim Mestag in this game. She's having 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And I don't think we counted how many deflections defensively she had to slow down the offense of Turkey. So as was I mentioned, even though she's not a big scorer this tournament, her presence is definitely a very valuable for Belgium team.
Absolutely, Teresa, I agree with you 100%. Shooting-wise, definitely is not her tournament so far, but I love that she had zero hesitation. She's shooting only 17%, but she's averaging 5.5 steals. And like you said, all the little hustle plays, deflections, defense. If there was like a hustle category statistically, she would be leading the tournament. Shakar Turgut, Bilgic, back to Shakar. She takes it, she misses, shot clock, but ball comes up in Delaire's hands. Belgium here, slowing it down a little bit, want to run their offense. Mestag to Linskins. Shot clock, she had to shoot it. So it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. Good defense there by Turkey.
Yeah, that was a great defensive position. They have also covered at cutting Eva Massman in the last second. But I think we've seen Linskins to be hesitating throughout the whole game. It never brings anything good for her. So I think she should definitely be brave and just keep shooting. You have Emma Massman to grab the rebound if you're going to miss. So carry on the fluential of the offense of Belgium.
Yeah, either shoot it, or if you're going to hesitate, just pass it quickly, right?
Yeah, absolutely agree with that.
Oh, shots off, but look at that hustle. Allemande comes up with a rebound. Julie Allemande. Again, it's the hesitation. I believe the ball is going to go off Shalar Octon and Turkey, right? It was the same thing. She hesitated again.
Yeah, yeah.
In my opinion, either you shoot or you pass, but as soon as you hesitate and then shoot, you've already put the hesitation and the doubt in your mind. Mestag wide open underneath the basket on that inbounds play. And that's another 2 points for her.
And that's one player who doesn't hesitate no matter what. And that's Kim Mestag.
That's a shooter. That's a shooter's mentality. Hollingsworth. Messman. Foul. And the basket. So again, Hollingsworth with another and one opportunity. I believe that's going to be her third and one basket of the day. And, you know, it's one of those things as a coach where you say, don't give up and ones. If you're going to foul, I know they're not intending to foul, but you hear the ref blow the foul, don't let the continuation happen. Let's see here.
It's a great defense, but we see Emma Massman coming from the middle, so you want to close the baseline and just push the player towards the help coming.
Yeah.
So that was a big mistake defensively from Linskins, and I think that's one of the reasons why she has gone to the bench. And we see again the promising young talent of Belgian basketball back on the court, and that's Billy Massey.
So still only a 5-point lead, 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Belgium over Turkey.
Both teams having a foul to go still.
Allemande. Her pass is deflected, I believe, by Hollingsworth.
Now we see 6 seconds on the shot clock for Belgium. So there gotta be some quick offense.
Mestag. Her shot just short, but Messman there for the offensive rebound. And it's gonna be a holding foul on Olcay Şakır Turgut. That's Turkey's 4th team foul. So the next foul, we're gonna be a bonus for Belgium. Messman drives, turns, Massey. Her shot is short, a little flat. Didn't give her herself much chance.
Yeah, she has missed a couple of shots from that position. I would have loved to see her to take one dribble and might change a little bit that position, get closer to the rim, because we've seen that defenders of her and whoever is in that position, they step him back and filling the space for Emma Messman not being able to play there and make it quite full. So if you keep shooting the same position and keep missing, just change something. Go with the contact with your defender or get a little bit closer to the basket.
So Messman picks up her first, and that's also the 4th team foul for Belgium. Şakır Turgut trying to create something. She finds Janitez. Janitez 3 is off the mark, but Turkey with another offensive rebound. So this foul is going to go against Messman, her 2nd foul, and Gülçin is going to the line for 2. Still only a 2-possession game here with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to play. "11 offensive rebounds for Turkey."
Yeah, we've spoken about that before the game. That it is definitely one area where the Belgium needs to focus on, because even the previous game against Slovenia, they have gave up 18 offensive rebounds, and that's so much. It just gives the other team another extra possessions to score.
Julie Allemande's 3 is off the mark. So now a 3-point game, 2 minutes left. If Belgium lose, they're out of the tournament. They are missing Jana Rahman. Broke her thumb, 3-point shot by Fittek. Kim Mestag with the rebound. Don't go away. This game is exciting and has a lot on the line. Kim Mestag does not miss, ladies and gentlemen. Her little baseline shot puts them back up 5 and makes it, more importantly, a 2-possession game.
Yeah, really important 2 points. Again, from who else than the leader of the game, of the team. And as Emma Messman, Jonathan has got stuck in that screen, and it gave Emma Messman comfortable open position.
Turnover! Dallaire comes up with the ball. She goes in, but she misses. Mestag there for the rebound, but she misses. And now it's a foul on Mestag, and they're gonna be shooting free throws. So 2 easy missed opportunities for Belgium. This team looks a little tired to me, this Belgium team. I mean, I don't think I've seen Dallaire miss a layup like that. Good hustle. I think it was Gülçin, number 5 by Turkey, to try and get back. Mestag with a missed opportunity. She's not too happy with herself. But it's one of those, you still have 1 minute, 15 seconds. You're only up 5. Turkey shooting 2. You got to forget about that last play and move on. And it's a 3-point game.
And that's 14 points for Gurcan.
In the second half, right?
In the second half. What a step up for Turkish team.
Almond, Turkey, in his own defense almost. Billy Massey, spin move, Hollingsworth, the lair there, picks it up, shot clock winding down. Messman floater, she's up, and it's a shot clock violation. No, plays going, Turkey running, Shakar Turgut, Janitez. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Janitez, great defense by Billy Massey, no call. Messman with the rebound. 30 seconds left in this ball game, and it's a 3-point game. Do they foul, or you try and play good defense because you know you're going to get the ball back?
That's hard.
Obviously, they're going to try and play good defense. They made the decision because you don't want to foul now. You would have wanted to foul early, right? Messman for 2. Offensive foul on Julie Allemond. Good job by Hollingsworth getting in, sacrificing her body, basically.
It's been great defensive possession for Turkey, really not committing that foul, because we see that Belgium is up by 3. If they would have fouled, they give a chance to Belgium to shoot 2 points. This way, they still have 10.7 seconds, Turkish team, to go and try to hit that 3 and one we've seen already by Quanitra Hollingsworth in today's game. But I think they might gonna go for the 3 to try to put the game into the overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 huge defensive plays by Hollingsworth. First the block, then she steps up and takes a charge. Now timeout. Turkey, I imagine, are obviously going to advance the ball, because you can advance the ball in the last 2 minutes of a game when you call a timeout. I agree with you. I think they have to go for a 3-point play.
Yeah, and I think almost 11 seconds is loads of time.
Yeah, lots
because
of time.
We will see Turkey be in an offensive half right now. So Coach Yildiz Zulu has to draw something really long where the Turkish team's going to play the seconds, because they don't want to shoot too early to get the option again for Belgium to get the possession. And if that's going to happen, they're going to miss. They would have to commit the foul as soon as they can.
Okay.
So it will be interesting now to see if Turkish offense is going to be patient enough and really mindful about the clock ticking to get that shot in the right time of this offense.
Yeah, so you want a good shot. Not too early, not too late. Oh, and it's reflected. Gurcan. So Julie Allemond fouls.
That's
you know, so that's obviously Coach Mestag said, let the ball get inbounds, foul, because we don't want to even give them a 3-point shot attempt. So now you have Gurcan going to the free throw line. She currently is 6 for 6 from the 3-point line. So now my question, Teresa, do you make the first, miss the second, wink at Hollingsworth and say, hey, go offensive rebound, or you just make both and then you foul quickly? Belgium do have 2 timeouts left, so I imagine if she makes both, they're going to call a timeout and talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of the risk making like that, and I don't know if Turkey's going to do that or not. Oh.
So she misses.
So
I jinxed her.
You know, you can still rely on that offensive rebound, and they've been quite good, Turkish team. They had 11, so now this is going to be the answer to your question. No, they go for it. And exactly what you said, the timeout for Belgium to advance into the offensive half to have a better chance, obviously, to score or to get Turkish team as far as possible from their basket.
So it's a 2-point game. That was Gurcan, number 5 from Turkey. Her first free throw miss in the tournament. 7 seconds is actually a lot of time, both ways. It's a lot of time for Belgium. Turkey can foul quickly, still have another shot opportunity. They don't have any more of timeouts, though. So obviously, Coach Yıldızulu now has to probably come up with a play in this timeout called by Belgium.
Yeah, do you think that Turkey is gonna go try to steal the ball in the risk of commit the early foul so they can get the possession on their side of this, which would give them still a chance and hope if Belgium miss one free throw, still go the offensive half and try to hit that three. So
yeah, I do. I think, you know, first intention, you go for a steal, then you go for a quick foul.
Absolutely. Here, Emma Maslin, 15 points, 8 rebounds, another great performance. Shooting 5 out of 6 free throws. So let's see what's gonna happen. 7.4 seconds.
Almost a turnover. Almond trying to run as much time off the clock as possible. Mestag, three-point shot. She misses, but it doesn't matter because Belgium pull off a heartbreak defeat for Turkey. But wow, Belgium way to stay composed in the second half, especially in the last 10 minutes. Turkey 61, Belgium 63. Big disappointment for Turkey. I thought they played their hearts out and really put everything they had into this game. They had nothing to lose, and they played that way. Unfortunately, Turkey are packing their bags, and they're going home from the FIBA Women's EuroBasket without one win in this tournament.
And that is first time Turkey has lost all the games in the preliminary round of the EuroBasket Women. And you know what, I think even though this is quite sad stat, I think it's hard for them to keep a head up, but I think they should be proud from this performance. Numbers here, shooting-wise, Belgium shot 43% from the field, 26 from three, still not the percentage you wish for. Here we see some scores, holding score for Turkey, 16, 15 Massman, 13 Delaire. She had a great first half for Belgium. On the other hand, Turkey has shot 45% from field, 28 threes. You know, Turkey had 14 turnovers compared to only 9 of the Belgium. And I think that was definitely one of the elements would kill them in this game, because all the other stuff were pretty even. Maybe the assists as well. As Belgium, we know they had 16 assists as a team. I don't know if it's spoiled a little bit now from that last performance of the assist statistics when they had that recording 35. But you know what? I think this win's gonna give them great momentum, because it's hard to win when you don't play the best and you play someone who's really stepping up to compete.
Some highlights from this great second half here in Strasbourg, France.
And you know what? I have to say Turkey has won the second half. 30-22, and that could be a bit alarming, and for Coach Mesdag as well to talk to his team, because scoring 10 points in the third quarter, 12 points in the fourth quarter, that's not the performance he expects from his players. But you know what, hey, we gotta win, and that's what matters by the end. So you know, some obviously topics to talk about and some aspects to talk about, but what matters is that Belgium has grabbed the win, which means first place in the Group C, and getting the extra day off before those quarterfinals.
Which I think if you've watched women's basketball and this Belgium team play in the past, they looked a little tired to me. And I think an extra day off is definitely going to benefit them. They do have players like Messman, who played big minutes, Almond, Kim Mestag. So I think this win is important on many levels. They are missing the legend Ann Waters, and they are missing Jana Ramon. We do know that Belgium is Turkey bound, but guess what? They're also quarterfinal bound here at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket.
Here's the support of the bench as well, which never stays quiet. Another important aspect of the game, to have the bench who not only supports you on the court, but also off the court. And here we see Emma Messman, 15 points, finishing 8 rebounds. De Blair, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 11 points for Linskens, who hasn't had a bad game, 9 rebounds to it as well. But we've seen her doubting herself quite often in this game. Kim Mesdag, you know, we know she's a big sharp shooter for Belgium team, but she grabbed 3 important steals, 2 assists and 5 rebounds, another contribution.
Game day 3, Group C, Belgium are gonna finish first with a 2-1 record. Bosnia and Herzegovina, 2-1. Slovenia, 2-1. Talk about a great group. There you see the final score, 61-63 in favor of Belgium, and Slovenia, 91-81 over Bosnia today. From Shona Thorburn and Teresa Bruntlebud, we're gonna check out, but don't go far, because coming up next is Group D action at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket.
Jamais fini.